The night was shrouded in darkness, with heavy raindrops cascading from the sky like tears of a grieving soul. The moon was obscured behind thick, swirling clouds, rendering the world below devoid of any semblance of light. In this ethereal gloom, Mark found himself driving alone down a desolate country road, his heart pounding with a mixture of apprehension and determination. As the rain battered against his windshield, each drop seemed to carry a haunting whisper, as if the raindrops themselves were trying to convey a warning. The windshield wipers moved frantically, struggling to keep up with the downpour, their rhythmic sound adding an eerie undertone to the already unsettling atmosphere. Mark's knuckles were white as he gripped the steering wheel, his gaze fixed on the dimly lit road ahead. The headlights cut through the darkness, illuminating a narrow path that seemed to stretch on forever. The only sounds that reached his ears were the rain, the wind's mournful howl, and the occasional creaking of trees swaying in the storm. He had been on this road countless times before, but tonight was different. There was an otherworldly aura, a sense of foreboding that hung heavily in the air. Mark's rational mind attempted to dismiss his unease as mere imagination, but his instincts told him otherwise. He knew that danger could be lurking just beyond the shadows. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness, a spectral silhouette standing at the side of the road. Mark's heart skipped a beat as he slammed on the brakes, the car skidding on the rain-slicked pavement. The headlights illuminated the figure, revealing a woman drenched in rain, her clothes clinging to her form like a second skin. Fear and concern wrestled within Mark as he hesitated. He could feel her piercing gaze even from a distance. With trembling hands, he rolled down his window just a crack. "Are you okay?" he called out over the rain's symphony. The woman's voice, soft and fragile, drifted toward him. "Please, help me. I am lost, and my car broke down. I don't know what to do." Every fiber of Mark's being screamed at him to drive away, to ignore this enigmatic stranger, but his compassion prevailed. He opened the car door and stepped out into the rain, his umbrella providing a meager shield against the elements. Approaching her cautiously, he studied her face, barely visible through the rain. Her eyes held an inexplicable sadness, and there was something haunting about her demeanor. "I can give you a ride to the nearest gas station," Mark offered tentatively. The woman's lips curved into a faint smile, gratitude mingling with a sense of relief. As she got into the car, Mark couldn't help but notice how the rain seemed to avoid her, as if afraid to touch her. The two sat in silence, the sound of rain still pattering against the roof of the car. Mark stole glances at the woman, his curiosity growing. "What's your name?" he finally asked. She turned her gaze toward him, her eyes reflecting the ethereal glow of the dashboard lights. "Helena," she replied softly, her voice carrying a touch of sadness that resonated deeply within Mark. The gas station came into view, its fluorescent lights a beacon of civilization amidst the wild night. Mark parked the car and turned to Elena, who had remained silent throughout the journey. "We're here. You should be able to find help inside." Elena turned to him, her eyes holding a mixture of gratitude and something else, something that made Mark's heart race. "Thank you for your kindness, Mark. You've given me a glimmer of hope on this dark night." Mark watched as Elena stepped out of the car, her figure fading into the rain-soaked night. He sat there for a moment, his thoughts swirling like the storm outside. As he gazed at the gas station's entrance, a chilling realization crept over him. He had never mentioned his name to Elena. A shiver ran down his spine, and he quickly got out of the car, his heart pounding in his chest. He entered the gas station, scanning the area for any sign of Elena, but there was no trace of her, no wet footprints, no whisper of her presence. The attendant looked at him curiously. "Can I help you, sir?" Mark shook his head, feeling a cold sweat forming on his brow. He stumbled back to his car, his mind a whirlwind of confusion and fear. The rain still fell, relentless and unyielding, as if washing away the events of the night. And as Mark drove back down the road, he couldn't shake the feeling that he had encountered something beyond the realm of the ordinary, something that would forever haunt his memories of that rainy night drive.